What's up, everybody? We just got a bunch of new details about Dragon's Dogma 2 thanks to Capcom hosting a showcase for it recently and confirming the release date to be March 22nd, 2024, and it will come to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC. This game is shaping up to be, in my opinion, Capcom's Elden Ring in terms of scope, world building, and more. So let's dive into these new details. First up is Talos, who was revealed to be this Titan-like looking creature that you have to jump onto and attack, similar to what you do in Monster Hunter World and Rise, which you're focusing on its weak points to take it down. You can also use ballista turrets to aid in taking on this massive entity, or flying creatures to carry you to Talos. Not much else is known about Talos, so we have to wait until the game launches to find out the lore of this being in the game. Next is character creator. Players can customize the protagonist and their main pawn before embarking on their journey. The options for the Arisen are extensive. You can customize heads, skin, brow, eyes, cheeks, and more. There's also unique options for races like the Beastren, including fur types, patterns, and thickness settings, to name a few. The showcase revealed a new location called the Sacred Arbor, a remote village where the elves live. They have no interest in interacting with humans or the Beastren, but welcome the Arisen. The Arisen sadly cannot understand the language, but fortunately, the new pawn specializations offer a way to surmount the language barrier. Going more into that, so pawn specializations is something that's brand new to Dragon's Dogma 2 and the series entirely, and are essentially passive traits that can assist in different ways. A pawn with the Woodland Wordsmith specialization can interpret Elvish for the player, making them essential in the arbor. Capcom promises many more specializations, including those that carry items for the player. If you don't know, you can recruit up to 3 pawns to be in your party, with one of them being your main pawn, who will always be with you throughout your journey and will grow through your experience together and change their behavior accordingly. Next up is more detailed pawn chatter. One of the highlights of Dragon's Dogma is enabling pawn chatter. While the repeated lines can get tiresome, they would help warn of incoming enemies. The sequel improves this with even more detailed pawn chatter, such as during the fight with Talos, they will question how such a large creature can move around, etc. New enemies will be in Dragon's Dogma 2. The Dullahan is one example of this, using its disembodied head to emit a stunning shout and then lift the player, dealing damage, then following up with a melee attack that knocks them back. Seemingly a great addition to the game to be a new threat for players. Quests will open up speaking to different characters and often on a regular by NPCs just roaming around. Pawns can also guide you if they know your quest objectives, but you can also roam around and explore at your own pace. A new vocation is being added called Trickster, a support type available only to the Arisen. With this vocation, you use the sensor, which also allows you to use the smoke it produces to conjure illusions by confusing the enemy into fighting among themselves through these illusions, and can even buff pawns to increase their power. This is a playstyle focused on hanging back, manipulating events on the battlefield while supporting the party, and seems to be a very interesting addition. Lastly, this is priced at $70 for standard edition and $80 for the deluxe edition. This is the first for Capcom that may divide the community, considering their previous big budget games have been $60 for the standard edition. Now, going off what Capcom said last September about raising game prices, this makes sense. It's happening. First with Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm not happy about this, as it's already tough enough as is to pick and choose what games, not only to spend your money on, but your time on as well. But this is the result of what many already have said before in the video game industry about development costs going up immensely since the old days. So that wraps it up for this video. I just hope Capcom does give us a content-filled, rich game with great gameplay, mechanics, features, and more that is worth the price that they're charging, and not an unpolished and unfinished mess like how some other big gaming companies do. EA, I'm talking to you, and Activision and other ones. So what is your take on this? Are you going to pick it up? Are you going to pick it up regardless of the price, or hold off on a sale? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Mike. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.